Hey everyone, it's Alora, and today I'm going to be continuing on with my series of series. Now, today's video is going to be about book series that I haven't even begun yet. I'm not exactly sure why I haven't started these series. A lot of them are very popular, or I'm really actually legitimately excited about, but I just haven't picked them up yet. Some of the books in this video are going to be the first book in the series, and some of them I have, embarrassingly enough, purchased more than one book in the series but still haven't even started the series at all yet. So let's go ahead and get on into it. The first book that I want to talk about today is Illumination by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Now this is a sci-fi YA series that has received so much hype on BookTube. Everybody loves it. Apparently it's told in a really unique way where there are letters and manifesto type things and different email messages, things like that, blocked out text. It looks like a lot of fun, and apparently you can just fly right through it, so it shouldn't even take me that long to read. I literally have no good excuse not to have read this one yet. It's been on my shelf for a long time. This is actually a hardcover ARC, so I've had this since before it even came out, and it's been a while because this one is out and Gemina, I believe, is the second book, is out, and then the third book is slated to come out later this year. So I am majorly behind the times on this one, and I would like to catch up. The next series is written by an author that has received a lot of positive attention for many of her books, and that is V.E. Schwab, A Darker Shade of Magic. Now I have the first one, A Darker Shade of Magic, and the second one, A Gathering of Shadows. I guess this is a surreal fantasy where this character can jump between alternate versions of London. It sounds like a good time. Jessie the reader loves it. Lots of people liked it. I'm not sure why I haven't read it yet. I think the third one came out this year too, and I'm just so behind. This video is basically me being like, look how behind I am at life. The next one is a little less embarrassing because I just picked this up, and that is The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. Reagan over at Peruse Project has been raving about this series all throughout this past year, and I decided, you know what, I'm not a huge adult fantasy person, fan, but it sounds really good. It's just a little intimidating, with the length going on here. I'm the kind of person that really likes to finish books, so for me it's kind of difficult to go into a book knowing that it's going to take me a really long time to read. And the first book in fantasy series are always extra time intensive because you have to become used to the world. So you have to construct this whole new paradigm in your mind where you're understanding the way that things work in a different way, and it's hard. I mean, it can be hard. So haven't read it yet, but I am really looking forward to reading it, and hopefully I'll do that this year at some point. Basically, this video is just me kicking myself in the butt and being like, Alora, you need to frickin' read these series now. So on the other end of the spectrum, this next series it's very embarrassing. I own all three books. It's a trilogy. I own all three, haven't even started the first one, but I know that I like this author's writing style because I did read a short story by her that was part of a collection, and that is Laini Taylor. So she wrote the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. So we have the Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I've owned these for quite a while. I don't know why I haven't picked them up because I know that I like her writing style. I know that I like her writing style. What? I don't know what's wrong with me, but at least I have them, right? So maybe I'll read them soon? Maybe? I don't know. Okie dokie, moving on. The next four are a little less bad because I only own the first book in the series. So the first one that I want to say is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I'm really excited to read this book. I hear that there are great female friendships represented here, and it was written by one of Sarah J. Maas's best friends, and she blurbed it. So because I love Sarah J. Maas and trust her opinion, even though I shouldn't because it's her best friend, so it's probably a little bit biased, I'm still very excited about this book. The second one, Wind Witch, I believe, has been released, so if I read this and enjoy it, I can continue on. After that, we have Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This has been likened to Game of Thrones, but in a YA reconfiguration, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. There are a lot of books in this series, so it's a little bit intimidating, but that's okay. I think it should be fun. I own it, I'll pick it up at some point. It's all good, right? Continuing on with the fantasy trend, I have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. Now Haley over at Haley in Bookland really enjoyed this series, and I oftentimes like books that she recommends, so I think that I'll actually pick it up. I know that I started reading the first 5 pages or something when I originally purchased this a few years back, but I didn't get into it in the first 5 pages, but you know what? It's not very fair to only give a book 5 pages. I think that you should give it at least a chapter or two, so I'm going to try to re-enter into this world. It seems really interesting, something to do with the seasons. I don't really remember much more than that, other than that it's a fantasy, so should be fun. In my last video I talked about how I had not finished the Darkest Minds trilogy yet by Alexandra Bracken, and I actually own another book by Alexandra Bracken, and that is Passenger. I was super excited about this book when it came out, and I'm not really sure why, because I didn't get that much into the Darkest Minds, and I don't really enjoy time travel books. I just feel like there are too many convoluted little loopholes that just don't work and that you can't figure out, and there are too many paradoxes, and it just doesn't work for me. It bugs me. So I'm not sure why I bought this book. Probably just because everybody was hyping it up and I was like, ooh, I'm going to follow along with the crowd and buy what everybody else is buying. Lemming. Anyway, maybe it is actually very good. I'm not going to say that it's not until I've read it, so maybe I'll pick it up sometime. The last 2 series that I'm going to be discussing in this video are quite formidable, and I'm sure you can probably guess what they are. The very first one here is A Game of Thrones by Mr. George R.R. Martin. Now, I just finished catching up on season 6 of Game of Thrones with my best friend. We decided to watch it finally. It pretty much is a social phenomenon, so we had to watch it. I had to watch it. I couldn't not. I avoided watching that show for years, but I did really quite enjoy it. It was very fun. I own all of the books. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna read them or not. I may not. I kind of know what happens now, so I'm not sure if it's really worth my time to read that many pages, but we'll see. I own them. Maybe I will at some point. The last series I'm going to show you is also a box set of these mass market paperbacks, and that is the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I've heard literally nothing but good things about this series. Literally nothing but good things, and yet here they are, sitting in their box, never have been removed. I'm not sure why. I really want to buy the UK editions. If you have not seen the covers on the UK editions of these books, do yourself a favor and look them up. They're blue and white and silver and swirly and so gorgeous. I can't. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I should buy the UK editions and that will prompt me to read the series. Who am I kidding? I have so many gorgeous books that I haven't read yet. I really do want to get to these. I really do. I'm saying that because I mean it. Not because I've said that for every other book in this video, but I really, really do. So yeah, that's all for this video today. Let me know down below if you've read any of these series and if some of them are just fantastic and I need to, you know, jump on that bandwagon right away. I would love some guidance, some direction. Until then, I will just have all of these beautiful books chilling on my gorgeous rainbow bookshelves. I'm so proud of my rainbow bookshelves, guys. I know, maybe I shouldn't be, but it's so pretty. It makes me so happy. Anyway, okay, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and until next time, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye, guys.